Good day. How's it going? You there? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Sorry, I was checking something.
Well, no, I've got an issue, and it's not fun. So yeah, you checking something? So yeah, so people are a little upset that you're a little late. I was getting like, oh, it's hard to get good help.
Listen, here's the problem, kids. All right, let me tell you what's going on here. Daddy has a real job that he has to take care of, and the real job it's tax-free in Massachusetts. So I had to wait on tax-free.
Okay, yeah, I'm still getting like the. I don't know. It's you sound like a little I don't know.
Can anybody hear a buzz from Doug? Anybody?
No, it's just a buzz in my head.
Well,
And if I can, if it depends, if I put my arms a certain way, I don't get it. So I'm just gonna sit like this the whole time.
Some people go this way, and some people go this way.
Yeah, if I stand like this here and hold this here up here like this, I don't get the buzz. So it could be.
What is going on, Mish? What is happening, everybody out there? Go Dirty Birds. I don't know what that means.
It's a hat.
Oh, it's a hat. Oh, is that you got a hat on that says Dirty Birds?
Yeah. We got the. This is the Chatham version.
Oh,
which they've taken over Wallsburg Cornhole. They've got a new venue. I love it. I can't wait. Daryl says he's going to have me down. It's the place is being built.
Okay.
Right? And they're going to do wired in internet for the live feed guy.
Who's that?
I don't know. They're going to do. They're going to do it for a guy that can now to do live feed.
Some guy. Love that. Some guy's coming down.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, but yeah. So anything happened today in cornhole? Do you know?
A couple things happened today, Doug, in the world of corn. You know.
Okay. Yeah. And anything big?
You know, it was there. You know, some people played some games. An assistant to an assistant manager led his team to a second world championship.
That person didn't help me out a lot at all today because I was in like bad internet, and I was even talking with Derek Barrett about it. And ACL Score Zone, I love you. We're my friend today. So I seen a score of 1-0. I seen a score of 9-0. I seen a score of 5-0. 5-0 stayed for a long time.
They were having a lot of issues this weekend with internets.
Well, there's kind of a storm going through there too.
There were some big storms coming through, so I'll give them a little bit of a break there. But you know, they did have some power issues. They did have some other stuff, but for what was being put out there, it was a pretty good product all week.
Oh, it was. It was fantastic. Fantastic.
I mean, I will say, I saw some other live feeds out there. You know, I know Wuhole was out there doing live feeds. I saw Frank Modlin going live a little bit. I saw some of the K9 guys going live, but I do have to say the ACL did put on a really good product this week with, you know, they had the Facebook Tickety Talk and YouTube page going. And the only thing I dislike is the ESPN Plus. I understand why they're doing it, but where I am, Doug, that's a premium channel, and where you are, it's non-existent.
It's not a channel.
It's not a channel.
No. And we had some people that were complaining about, you know, ESPN Plus, you need to be shown in Canada. That's not an ESPN issue. It is a TSN and a Sportsnet issue that they still do not believe that cornhole is big enough, which...
Well, the hard part too, Doug, is when you start to deal with regional networks too, right? Like for me, I have NESN, which is the New England Sports Network. You know, they block some stuff out from time to time for us to watch local games just because of TV contracts, right?
Yep.
So I understand why they had to use ESPN Plus, because they're trying to get as much airtime as they can, because, you know, ESPN's been broadcasting a lot of Olympic stuff and some other pieces out there, and they already have some contractual obligations. But yeah, ESPN Plus, I just don't think is a great avenue. But I understood ACL had to take what they could get at that moment in time just to get the product out there.
My big thing with TSN here in Canada, and even Sportsnet kind of goes by, they have their TV channels as regions, and they have a Sportsnet 1, Sportsnet 360 as well. But my big thing with TSN is they have 5 channels. They kind of go regionally at when it suits them. But my thing is even I have the same issue because Cornhole's not on at all. But there's been a couple times where I've been trying to watch like NASCAR stuff or some other kind of sports stuff that is usually on there, and they have the same football game on all 5 channels. Come on, there's no.
But ESPN will give you some great content because they'll give you pillow fighting. They'll give you dodgeball. They will even give you the National Hobby Horse Championships.
Well, yeah, but that's all during the Ocho. And I'm not sure if TSN, I tried to look for it, but I had a busy week. I'm not sure if TSN showed any of the Ocho stuff they have in the past. And that's the thing is when they've shown, like the couple times on the Ocho that it's been on, it's had big ratings here.
What? The Hobby Horse?
No, cornhole. Which I hear. I've been told by his better half that there could be a video coming out of a person who, not in the chat yet, but on his hobby horse this weekend. He didn't pack it. He might have to just use a broom, but he's going to do some jumps tomorrow.
That is very disturbing. What's up, Tony Mayball? What's happening? John Clark has joined the chat also.
Yes, John Clark was in here on Wednesday when we did the post show from the Canada-US exhibition. Which I'm sorry, did you get a chance to see that afterwards?
I saw a little bit of it. I was once again stuck, tied to a 3-foot, a small little 3-foot rope to a truck at work. Mm-hmm. My work this week has been really crazy with tax-free in Massachusetts. Nice, Tony. Hanging out, supporting some of the locals. Oh, there's Miss Candy.
Candy, yeah. I was shown a picture. There's some hanging out going on in Rock Hill at the place that Candy's at. The place you're not at.
No, I'm not there.
But
as the assistant to the assistant manager, I still don't make enough. As the assistant to the assistant manager, I have to have a real day job, and I kind of live about, I think it's like 1,500 miles away, I want to say. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It takes me, took us about 18 hours to drive there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it takes me about 20. I kind of hook into the way that you go down as well, but it all depends on where I cross. And
yeah, it's telling me it's 1,000 miles to go to 113 Connors Road, Villa Rica, Georgia.
No, but she's not that far.
What's that?
She's not that far.
No, to get to Rock Hill would only take me, let me see here, Rock Hill is 758 miles. That is telling me, give me a second here, and this is just a rough guesstimation. It's calculating my route. So we'll see what happens here.
So kind of go back to a bit what Tony was saying about there. Just to support the locals tomorrow in the qualifier. That qualifier, I was planning if I would have went, if I would have actually made it down there this year, I was planning on not being there for the qualifier because although the qualifier is one of the most interesting days in Rock Hill, it is also the worst day in Rock Hill.
Well, but I think this year, Trey solved for one of the issues this year, where a lot of the emails went out early today, almost before, like during a broadcast. So a lot of people, got their message that they don't have to kind of sweat it out tonight and wait till midnight to get it. So I like how that was done, where, they kind of got their messages today. They can, let loose, relax, because we'll talk a little more about this because there's a lot of contemplation happening in the world of cornhole.
But for what I'm saying, for just one of the worst days is just, getting down to the end where it's you're in or you're not in, depending on the game, what happens in your game. And I've seen a lot of friends that have been on the show in tears, just kind of, and you want to go up and you want to talk to them, but you don't want to talk to them. You see them in a close game and it's been a close game. They win. They're still in tears. You want to go up and say, hey, great job, all this stuff, but then you don't want to talk to them. And then also this week, there's been a lot of talk of Jake Brannon, about, they're kind of a little kind of joking about him and Ben Brown with their final last year. And I'm not sure if I sent it to you, but I'm not even sure because I had to stop watching because I had it on my phone. I had video facing them. So you don't see what happens on the board. All you see is their faces. That final shot that Jake missed. And when you're looking at those two guys, and I think Michelle Hunter, I think you're in the chat, you can probably vouch for this because I sent the video to you. You don't know who won or who lost because of the way that Ben reacted and the way that Jake reacted. The reactions were the same just because that was the very last spot to get in. And just the pressure of the day for Ben going all the way through, the somewhat relief, but then also good friend Jake Brannon not making it. It's a day that's absolutely shitty.
Well, and I think this year, it's making it a little bit easier for some players, maybe, because, they already put out what it's going to take to get in.
Yes. So now with that, because in the past they did a morning and an afternoon. This year, they're doing it all from the start. And now they're saying, so for me, it is, and I've seen some other people comment about that, is if you get someone who gets their third loss right away, if they go 0-3, are they sticking around or are they just, I'm out of here? So then that gives other people forfeit wins, giving them easy games. Some people getting easy games to make it through. That's my biggest thing.
Well, but I think if you're really looking at some rounders stuff, I don't know if that's going to affect it as much, right? But
when you get if you get someone who gets to 0-3, they've got 8 games. Are they going to stick around for those final 5 games?
There's 5 games left. Yeah, I know. I see that. I just don't know how much that's going to mix it up when you really look at 500 players. I don't know if it's really going to make a huge difference, because if you look at it from years past, there's only a few that went through. So for the 500 that will be playing, that's maybe going to affect maybe 10% of the 500, maybe 50 players, right?
Possibly, yeah.
All right, I think I might have a guest coming on. Hold on, I'm gonna send the link to somebody.
Okay, well, Candy, look at your Facebook Messenger, Candy. You already have a link.
Hold on, please hold, Doug.
You already have a link.
Well, I'm sending it to him in his personal phone.
Well, I'm sending it to. Candy already has it. But yeah, so big day for Team Titan. I wish I would have been able to get it. It sucks that the two teams had to play against each other first.
Hold on. It wouldn't let me put the stupid link in. Dummy. Come on.
Okay, well, I'm going to go over to here. I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to
send it to the boss.
I got to figure out how to spell his name here first.
I can send it to him. I have him in.
I just sent it.
Oh, Jesus Christ! He's my biffle.
Well, you know what?
Jimmy Sayre, what's happening in the chat? What's going on? I saw Jimmy down there in the background hanging out with all the Titan guys. Jimmy lives pretty close to there. I think maybe from where Jimmy is, maybe 2 hours or so, I think maybe.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I've never been to Jimmy's house.
Well, Jimmy's just outside of Atlanta. I've only been there once, but now he has a new house, so I don't even know where he moved because I came to his house.
But no, but I hear, that game, the final game, heard so many people say how it was like such an epic game, and I can't wait for someone to post it. Oh, we've got one.
I noticed some.
We got some people here. That's not candy.
That is not candy.
That's not candy.
Not candy, but it tastes like it.
There's the boss.
There you go. Let's use this. Hey, don't worry about the other one. Don't worry about that. We'll just use this one.
So we got
Donnie,
have a couple.
the guy. Hey,
so how's things
did
going?
you hear that? Hey, did you hear that we are Team Titan Bags World Champions today? Did you see that?
2 times.
How can we turn the volume up on this? This is as loud as it goes.
It's almost like they're giving the phone the boost.
Yeah, you might need headphones.
Got an Android over here. I don't know how to work those Androids.
Hey, who is that?
Very, very not loud.
Who is that beside you right there?
Candy, is this as loud as this Android goes? Donnie, God bless you for Apple.
Listen, I can't say anything bad about the product. Does anybody have headphones to give you?
Yeah, maybe we need some. It's got to go louder than that. There's no way.
There's the guy. It's.
Oh yeah. What the hell?
It seems like he's in a bigger house this time, though.
Oh no, there we go.
Yo,
Hey, Bruce man came back.
What's up, my guy?
Hey, all right, now we're good. I can hear you guys now. We're good.
See him right here. World champ.
World champ.
all right, so Brandon, before you get going,
You guys are Team Titan on top.
Adam's not having shirt on again. At least
Titan on top. We're gonna do it tomorrow again. And we're going to Spencer's and doing it too. Let's fucking go.
Wait,
Let's fucking go, Stacy.
Is that Jay Rubin?
All day.
Scoot over for me, bro. Scoot over. Scoot over. Make some room. Hold on. No, don't move. Don't move your ass. Don't move your phone. I'm going
This is what happens when you let
What is going on?
Lighting director. I haven't started. I'm your lighting director. All you film on TV.
How are you?
So Brandon,
Live on podcast.
Is our lighting out here wrong tonight? Hey, how do you qualify this lighting for us?
What's backlight?
Yeah, I don't like backlight. What's your clipboard for?
All my fucking notes for my fucking jobs that I'm doing. I don't know. Jobs.
You got a lot of jobs going on.
Oh yeah. So tomorrow.
Yeah, you're live on a podcast right now.
Oh, that's awesome. Nice.
So, tell the community what you do for the ACL.
I am Jock Travis Wyatt Darden. I am the lighting director for the ACL, and I am taking off tomorrow after we set, shoot, and break down. I'm going to Detroit, Michigan, to do a PWBA championship.
What is that? What is PWA? Why are you looking at me like I'm crazy?
You sexist motherfucker. It's women's bowling.
Professional women.
Yes. It's a championship. And then I go back home for like 2 days, and then I go to California for Spencer's.
Hey, ask him if I can get a.
Hey, this guy has got it going on right here. Donnie, this guy right here has got it. This is the guy that does all the stuff behind the scenes. So he just happened to come over here and sit with us.
Greba, Tell him.
He's got his clipboard. And he's got his clipboard.
Well, tell
Dude,
him
I couldn't keep track of all this shit.
We can't even talk. We can't even talk. Greba,
And I got my beard. And he's got his beard.
tell him I need my backstage pass.
Donnie needs his backstage pass. Donnie, don't worry about it. We always got our backstage pass. You know that.
Oh, Brandon, is Adam around you?
Adam Hissner?
Yes.
So the women's?
Yes, he is.
Okay. If you can give him the phone, I've got a very important question to ask him.
Oh, God.
Hey, Adam, are you ready for a very important question coming to you?
Hey, while we wait for a very important question,
A very important podcast that we're on.
go to www.titancornholebags.com and you want to get some amazing bags that were played on today's broadcast. We do
Freaking darts. The freaking darts.
2024 darts on sale for $59.99.
Yes. Last year's bags. They're on sale. They may be sold out. I don't know.
If you're not playing the qualifier,
What's the question?
So, Adam,
Yeah.
What's up?
because you've been to Canada, right?
Hey, here he is. Here he is. World fucking champ.
Exactly. Well, now that you're the world champ, for the other
He
players
has no
that are
fucking
coming from
shirt
the
on.
States,
That's how badass he is. Show me your nipples.
well, last time he was on, he was in the
Show
bed.
me your
He was laying
fucking
in bed.
nipples.
Your wife watched you put a
Donnie's
shirt
getting
on.
excited.
Donnie, are you getting horny over there?
hey, I'm just waiting for the hot tub.
Okay, so my question is for
It's
the
on my
other
house,
American
bud.
players. For the American players that are coming up, I have to ask you. It's a multiple choice question. Okay. 10, 20, or 60. What's the appropriate percentage to tip a waitress at a bar?
I always do 20%.
I thought it was 60. Wasn't it 60 in Niagara Falls up here?
60.
Broke, man. God damn.
I thought that was, I think Nico was there for that there. Nico may remember that.
Did you forget the conversion
Oh,
rate?
oh. No, it's 60%. If I don't know what the fuck. Yeah, the conversion, it's 60%. Yeah, I got fucked on that one. She was happy as hell.
Well, I think you said that she ran away really quick.
I think she asked you twice.
Oh, she did. She didn't say shit. She did not correct us or nothing.
She's like, dumb Americans, I'm out of here.
Yep, she did. After we got in the car, I was like, Trey, we fucked up.
Bears beat the Bills 33-6. We're going.
Probably made her night.
You did. You made her. You made her.
So will we get to see you come back up to Canada again next year?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, 100%.
You got to travel as a world champion.
Say that again.
You have to travel as the world champion.
Right? I mean, I think Canadians gonna put me up in the hotel, so just to show up. So.
Well, you had a lot of fans up here, and you had, if you bought more hats, I think you would sell a lot of hats as well.
2 weeks ago, okay, they had more losses than the Bears. You wouldn't believe it.
Yes.
No.
I just got out of the hot tub, so my hat's upstairs.
No, man, I am pumped.
I mean, that's close. Come on, Donnie.
Bulls has been amazing.
Spend the money and get the real shit.
Johnny Darts.
But congratulations, great shooting this week.
Thank you.
When you got there, were you feeling it? Did you feel like you were in the groove?
I struggled a little bit off the rip, but might have had something to do with me being out till 1:30 and doing like 8 tequila shots and being a little tipsy. But I started drinking at 9 o'clock in the morning, so it kind of fixed me.
Champions.
All right. So, what's your prediction for Spencer's?
Say that again.
Spencer's prediction.
Me and Trey.
You and Trey?
Yeah, 100%. We're gonna bring crew too.
So back to back, just like last year's team did.
Yeah.
All right, I love it. Because I see some guy that doesn't even play anymore, like sitting near you.
Oh, this guy over here.
Yeah, that guy right there.
He does. What's up,
Been on
baby?
the show as well.
What's
Got all
happening, Jay?
champs over here.
Only champions only.
That's
Yeah.
it, man. It's exclusive. It's VIP out here.
That's why we're on this side of the table and everybody else is over there.
Is that why Jimmy Sear is so far away?
Yeah. Luckily, he's on the phone, so you don't have to hear any of that ignorance.
Great to talk to you guys. Listen, are we gonna see who's your crew cup team?
Me, Trey, Jordan Power, and Jake Gore.
Ooh. And
Yeah.
will we be throwing a certain set of white darts?
It's a very possibility.
I mean, they are world champion darts.
I mean, the ones we threw were blue, but I have a few darts in my bag.
Oh, Chris Cook with the words there saying, "Who are these losers?" I think Cook wants to get some when he's out there.
This is not brews and reviews.
Lighting did not go to the
Adam,
as the thing.
when you get home on Monday, what's the first thing
Shut
you
up!
do?
I'm on the podcast. God damn, I can't hear you.
When you get home, do you cash the
Fuck
big
is
check?
wrong with these people? I have to step away. All right, I'm walking away. I can't hear nothing.
So when you
Thank
go
you.
on Monday, do you cash the big check or do you hand it to Jen?
Jen don't work.
No, but she's going to cash the check for you.
I mean, maybe.
You got to go back to work, my friend. You got to work for at least the next week and a half.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
So when do you
Gotta go
fly
back to work for a couple days. Going to Missouri with Devin Harbaugh next weekend.
Okay.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting. And then we have Spencer's the following week.
See, Jen's in the chat. She says she's getting it. So you go to Missouri, then you come back for a couple days and then out to Cali, or?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. When do you fly into California?
Thursday morning, I believe.
What time do you land?
I'd have to check to be exact. I think it's like maybe 10-ish.
I have
But
a 10-ish flight too.
Yeah, we're probably going to go to Shamar's that night and stay, and then go to our hotel after that.
Yeah, my invitation to Shamar's house was lost in the mail.
Oh, shit.
I do have my own rent-a-car for the night, though. I did rent a
There
car.
you go. Okay. What are you drinking, a Sprite?
No, I'm drinking an all-day IPA.
Oh.
Yeah.
Little 7.2%. What we got?
Little high test.
Yeah.
It's citrusy, crisp, and refreshing. I don't even know how much it is. They just taste good going down.
So, that sounds amazing. Little citrus.
Oh, they're 4.7.
Do you drink Corona?
I will drink Corona. I usually drink Corona a little more in the warmer climates. Lime
Okay.
and no
Have you ever tried Corona with lemon?
with limon with the shot of Bacardi?
Put a limon in your Corona. It'll change your life.
Okay. Is that the shot of alcohol or the fruit?
No, the little fruit, the little guy that's in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Listen, why is Chris talking about Jordan and your wife know where you are in here? What, Cook? Are you speaking English? Jesus, like
I can't see the.
yeah, I
The
can see
comment.
the chat. Listen, he just has to make sure my jerseys are ready. Hey, would you buy a jersey with my face on it? You know the one I wear with my beautiful face ghosted on it. Would you wear that?
I mean, can I have shorts and put it on my butt?
You can have shorts and put it on your butt.
Oh, yes. That's what I want.
Did you see? It'd be like the shorts that Meacham had on last year when he came out to Spencer's. They were very disturbing.
They weren't that bad.
They were disturbing on Meacham.
I may have saw them. I don't remember them right offhand, but
It was black shorts with the thong, and he was bending over, showing everybody.
wow,
Yeah,
that's kind of hot.
So the big question: are you running it back next year?
It's undecisive right now.
Okay. Ooh.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
So I know you're coming back next year.
100%.
We've seen a lot of people today posting that, they got to make some decisions. And I know, you had a lot going on with work and other stuff. And I know your work is pretty liberal with you taking some time off based on what you do and everything else like that. I know the hardest part for you is where you live. Kind of those snowstorms makes it a little harder. But
right.
What do you say to those pros that, want to do it next year that are just coming in for their first year?
I mean, do you want me to be honest or do you want me to lie to them?
No, be honest. Tell them the truth.
So, unless you have a job that is willing to give you the time off, the scheduled ACL did say that they're going to change to make it a little bit more worker friendly, is what I was told. Because this year it was pretty rough for a lot of us that actually have a full-time job, like extremely rough.
Yeah.
On top of that, like your income for your job has to be, what I want to say, unless you have a $15,000 to $20,000 sponsorship, it's going to be a little rough for you because of the demand on the travel. It costs a lot to travel.
Well, without sponsorships, you have to have a day job that pays you very well.
Yes, on top of giving you the time off.
Yes.
And that is extremely risky.
Well, it's few and far between.
I heard a couple pros that right now are trying to attempt employment and still want to do this. And when they go into the interviews, they let them know, like, hey, I play cornhole professionally. I need so much time off. And a lot of the employers are turning them down because if you're not here, it's not really going to help us.
Well, and that's the thing right now is a lot of employers, are kind of in some draconian scheduling where, they want you there 24/7,
Yeah.
Want you to come into the office where you could probably work remotely in some jobs. A remote job would probably be perfect for a cornhole pro, like an IT or something else like that. But there was some news this week is going to help a bit where finals will be the same weekend. And I know you ran across that a couple times this year. How do you think that's going to work for you now? Instead of waiting 2 weeks, you actually get to, be within the same weekend and maybe keep the heat going.
That would be amazing because a lot of us, the pros, have suggested that because when you're on a heater, you're on a heater. And in order, and I'll give everybody props and myself to come back for 2 weeks and finish a tournament is pretty impressive. Granted, you have a chance to throw throughout the day to get warmed up, but to finish it all in one round would be amazing. Amazing.
But you're not picking up where you left off, right? Because
correct.
Who knows what happened in those 2 weeks between, the family, work, life, everything else.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you, that the singles, I qualified for 3 of them. 2 of them, I had 0 practice coming up to them because I have my own landscaping company too. So I work and then I go to work. But I had no practice. I qualified. And then 2 weeks later, I had to, show up for the finals. I had no practice that week either because I have a job. And, working outside all day long and then going again and doing it again, I'm just exhausted, and I have no time to practice like I wish I could. And Trey's, reasonably 40 minutes away, but he doesn't work. And as I said, I'm like, dude, I'm exhausted. Like, he goes, oh, I'll just practice in my garage. I'm like, well, go ahead and do that. I'm like, because I can't do it. I'm just beat.
Yeah. Well, and that's the same thing as you've got even a change of venue as well. So it could be
Correct.
just,
Oh yeah. I mean, boards are going to play different. It's crazy. It's like I said, I give everybody props that won their national brackets, and everything, because that 2-week wait it can be pretty horrible. Like it's tough.
And then even kind of going back to the job thing, now they got the headphone issue, everything all figured out, is that I've talked to some pros even last year going into this year, was that they weren't coming back because they had to do like double shifts on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe half a shift on a Thursday to be able to have the Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. And then even they're getting home at like 5, 6 in the morning on a Monday morning. And then they're doing a double shift on a Monday, trying to make up for that time that they were away.
Right. I mean, just like Nico, he works for Costco.
Hey, bag boy, who are you talking to?
It's still a podcast.
Oh.
But
Hey, Donnie.
What's up, sexy? Hey, look, we almost match.
Oh, yeah. I'll be looking good, dude.
almost match.
Mine's the Adidas pullover.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
I don't get the special Nike stuff. I just get the
No,
stuff.
no, this was special made for Worlds by my buddy. So this was actually made Tuesday before I came up. So, yeah.
All right.
Specialty.
Don't worry. We'll
I had to look like a boss coming up here, dude. I couldn't look like everybody else.
We'll have some hot tub time next week to talk about my new contract.
Do what?
Hot tub time to talk about the contract.
Talking about what contract?
Which contract?
I think he's looking at Canadian guys now. I think that's what
Johnny, you have an unspoken contract that what we love.
I mean, tell him, Donnie, there's no room for clothes in the hot tub.
No, listen, I am the assistant to the assistant manager of Team Titan.
Yeah, that is your official title, Donnie.
Listen, congratulations, Brennan, on putting another amazing team out there this year.
We fucking did it, didn't we?
it's not done yet.
It's not done because
It's not done yet.
wait a minute. In a week and a half, everybody that shows up at Spencer's will be able to play on the greatest boards ever made.
Yeah, X Factors. 150 sets.
120 sets.
X Factors.
Greatest board.
You know what we're gonna do, Donnie? You know what we're gonna do?
What are we gonna do?
We just won doubles tonight. Trey's gonna win singles tomorrow. And then we're gonna go clean it up at freaking Spencer McKenzie's throwdown in 2 fucking weeks. With all our boards sitting out there like a fucking baller. That's what we're gonna do.
In 2 weeks, you could have
2
Derek
freaking
Barrett
weeks.
winning singles.
That will come very quickly.
Throwing darts as well.
Yes. So, Brendan, during the time we're at Spencer's, Derek Barrett will be throwing his darts at the Canadian National Championships.
Oh.
At Spencer's.
No, he's playing up in Canada. So
In
during
Canada.
Spencer's is the
Oh,
Canadian.
okay. I got you.
We may win next week, in a week and a half, in 2 countries.
Hey, let's freaking go, dude.
Yep. Finish it up.
Just clean house everywhere.
Listen, this is not about cornhole. This is about world dominance.
Hey, I love your train of thought, Donnie.
Here we go.
I'm right there with you. Hey, I'm right there with you, though.
And Derek's saying it.
Your phone? You
He needs to do it.
So, all right. You have your crew. You have your crew cup team. You got your doubles team. What? We just got to make sure.
Hey, we're going to do a surprise for our crew cup team. You can't. Did you already say it?
They already asked me.
You already said it?
Yeah.
About who's the crew cup?
Yeah, they already asked me.
Say who it is.
Jake
We already
Gordon.
did.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Let me
I thought we were going to.
Yeah.
I'm going to be
Brandon,
inside.
hold on.
Why would we not do a good little reveal about that?
Because they asked me, so I,
And you were drunk and you said it.
no, you're drunk. I'm not.
Well, you already said it. You already said it.
I've been drinking all day and I'm not drunk. He is.
Hey, we only have 8 viewers. Don't worry about it.
Oh
Just
boy.
Just make sure Bruce puts the mini boards on the pallet so I can kick your ass.
Yes, there will be mini boards, Donnie. Hey, Donnie, this year you get a bed.
Whoa.
Oh,
Hold on. I don't have to sleep on the couch. Hold on. I have a.
No, you don't. Hey, write that down. Write it down.
it's a pull-up. It's a couch that pulls out of the bed.
How's it so hot? It's my hand talk.
You mean we won't have to do this? Where is it? Hold on.
Always looking for a picture.
Oh, Donnie, can you put a picture up on the?
It's
Oh,
him
yeah.
asleep.
Oh yeah, Donnie. Nice.
There it is. In the middle of the World Championship celebration, doing a little night-nights.
Night.
Night-night. All right, everybody from Worlds, thank you very much, people. We will talk to you soon.
Yep.
Love you to death. Doug, we're getting close to that hour mark.
We're
Hey.
almost there. Yep.
Hey, everybody tune in tomorrow, 12 Eastern Standard Time for singles on ESPN2.
So ESPN2, Trey is in the bracket. Do we know who he has to play yet?
Trey Birchfield, Tony Smith, first game.
First game, Tony Smith. Wow.
Yes, sir. Yep, that'll be a good one.
And then who's the other side of the
I
bracket?
believe Trey gets through Tony, and he wins it all.
I would love to see that because, listen, Trey's been throwing great all week. He's been on fire.
A fucking animal, dude. Trey is an animal right now.
He had a 40-round game where I think only, 2 rounds out of those 40 rounds was a 10-10 wash. Everything else was like double 4-baggers. It was crazy the way they were throwing.
He's throwing a 10 high for the entire weekend. And a straight animal.
Greba, I think everyone in Canada would like you to video call them so we can be able to watch up here because we can't see it in Canada. We can have to rely on Score Zone to be able
You
to see
can't
the
see
score.
ESPN2
No,
We
they
don't get it up
Canada.
here. We do not get it.
So Greba, TSN, which is up in Canada, pretty much blocks out ESPN, so they can't see any of that. So most of Canada actually watched a Team Titan player the other night, Michelle Horde, when she was live broadcasting one of the broadcasts because they cannot get it up there.
You want to get on our podcast real quick? Yeah. Hey, look, I'm gonna church you up for a second, okay? Hey, make sure your hair looks good. Hey, Donnie,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a special guest right now, okay?
All right, who do we got?
Can you get ready? This is the woman that nobody sees behind the scenes for the ACL, okay? That does all the bullshit, does all the crap. If you're not at an ACL event, you really don't see her. So you see all the stuff that goes on, but
I think
if you're at an ACL event, an open, national,
weeks ago.
today.
Reba,
What?
we talked to her 2 weeks ago. Is it Kat?
Huh?
Is it Kat? We talked to her 2 weeks ago.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, look at it. She's right there beside. Let me put Kat on. Let's go.
Here. Oh, fuck it.
Hi.
You're now on a regular show. You're on a post show with
I
Dion
already,
Cruz.
I already talked you up. He said you've already been on there. What the fuck?
That's good. Oh, that's the last time was when we were just watching y'all, and then you texted me. Yep.
Yeah.
So again,
Bear with
congrats
me.
on the TV award that you got.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate that.
I've seen the work you did because I remember last year how hard you worked, like quadruple time trying to keep Shamar Moore in line at Super Bowl.
Yeah, I have that coming up again in 2 weeks. I get Shamar again, so it'll be interesting.
It's like wrangling cats.
Oh, it's the celebrities they say that all the time about the pros. The celebs are way worse.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you didn't have to worry about the crowd coming to him. It was him going into the crowd.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Not really sure how I got this, but I love seeing y'all. How are you?
How you doing?
I'm good. Got off at like 4 today. It's first time I've been out early today, so we actually did a sit-down dinner and played some putt-putt.
Nice. Yeah, no, we've just been passed around the whole party.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw Adam was on shirtless. There's always positive.
Well, you know what? It's a little bit because the first time he was on the show, he was laying in bed. So, Mr. Keck.
No, that was.
Oh, yes.
Was not okay. No, it was Adam.
So many. Oh, Lordy, have mercy.
Well, at least
I have no idea what's going on right now.
Well, have you seen the pictures of him cleaning a pool? It was very disturbing.
That sounds scary.
Well, he rolled his shorts up so they were kind of tucked a bit. It was disturbing. It was very
so
disturbing.
glad I wasn't here for that.
Oh no, that was after Bag and Bash.
Oh, yeah. Well, that seems even worse.
Yeah,
I can only imagine that.
I was glad I was driving home.
Happens to the best of us. Sometimes these people show us everything, right?
Yep, they do. Listen, especially when you're behind the scenes, right? When you're there trying to make sure everybody's where they're supposed to be, you see more and you know more than you ever want to know.
Oh, if y'all knew the things that I knew, I am the holder of all, and I love it. That's why I like this. You know what I mean? Like, I make it clear to them across the board. I will be your best friend or your worst enemy. It's your choice, and I will 100% give you the mommy speech when you need it, whether that be the get your shit together conversation or the, hey, take your head up. You performed well. You need to be proud of yourself. And you know what I mean? I love that part of my job.
Did I see a cat speech to all of the juniors for USA the other night? I think there was a picture that popped up.
Yes.
You were like
a happy fun speech.
Well, I have to say, I wish you would come up to Canada to deal with some of the ACL Canada players to give them that speech to get them to the boards on the live feeds on time.
Oh, yeah. The wrangling of live stream. I love those. You guys start the on deck board.
Well, the best I love seeing, my favorite thing is when I kind of sneak behind the scenes and I get to see everything, and I just see you when they're done after they're coming off of TV, be like, give me the microphones. Just give them to me.
Stop running away.
I need to give these to other people. We're on a TV timeout. Let's go.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm going to give you to Candy. I have a very early call time tomorrow. Make sure you tune in for 12. Since we're super early tomorrow with pro singles.
We need your help then because we can't watch in Canada.
I know, that's so upsetting. I learned that last time we talked. That's crazy.
So we have to rely on Score Zone or someone else that may be close to maybe sneak a cell phone in, you know, saying.
Well, I'm going to give you back to Candy. It was so nice to see you too.
I want to have you and Tanner on another show where it's just you guys, where it's a little calmer situation. And
by all means, shoot us a message. We'd be glad to anytime.
For sure.
Give me this week though, not this week. This week, Catherine's going to sleep.
Listen, we will talk to you after Spencer's.
Sounds fantastic.
I've got the ACL Canada Nationals coming up, so I've got to deal with all that.
The
So-
what?
Oh, yes. Well, any advice you need, Doug, pick up the phone. I'm here anytime.
All right, Kat, be safe.
Bye, guys. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you.
Candy girl.
Hi,
Wow.
Hi, Candy girl. How you doing?
I'm
You're-
ready to go. It's been a long,
right.
long, stressful day.
All right, before you leave, tell the people where they can find you this tomorrow.
ACO headquarters in the Titan tent, standing next to the world champions. How about that?
Exactly. And what do we have for sale?
Everything's on sale. Don't let me take any of it back to the shop. That's a lot to load up. We got boards, I got bags, I got board covers, mini boards. I got it all.
I will tell you, the board covers are some of the best board covers out there on the market. Not just because I'm
yeah.
sponsored, but they're
Yeah.
padded. So if
Yeah.
you're driving in like an SUV, there's the 2 padded covers where you can put them face to face, no scratches, no dents, nothing like that.
And it also almost wraps the complete board.
It
Yeah.
literally gives you enough room to grab underneath to grab a handle if your board still has a handle on it, but it makes it really easy to carry. And if you have mini boards, we
got a mini board backpack.
We got a mini board backpack that will fit.
I got mini boards, bags, and a backpack for $199.
That's a bargain.
You're welcome.
Wait, X Factors?
No, they're just the regular ACL minis.
If you want X Factors, it's $300. You pay the extra 100 and
Oh
something.
yeah, facts, 100%, 100%.
I'll give you my Venmo.
Okay,
All right, Candy,
I'll
you have a
PayPal
good
you.
day. You get to bed. Try to get those knuckleheads with you.
Well,
I'm
the
taking
only
Chris
one
with me right now. I'm going to get him out of the bar.
it was Trey, and he wasn't around.
Yeah, Trey's with his girlfriend. They're doing whatever they do.
Trey's girlfriend was there, so Trey is not coming out partying. Plus, Trey has to be ready for tomorrow.
Yes.
So
Yeah, that 100%.
if he was not playing
100%.
tomorrow, he might have been out with everybody. But Candy, have a great night. We will talk to you all
See
soon.
ya. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Yep. Wow. That's a herding cat situation.
Doug, that was a star-studded night.
It was, and you know what? I like that hotel they were at.
That's a really good hotel.
That's the beds are fantastic. I've stayed in that hotel twice now.
Well, the great thing about that hotel, what's the name of it again? I forget what it's called.
They're at the Cambria.
The Cambria. The Cambria is amazing because it is stumbling distance.
Oh yes, very much so. It's about like 14 half steps from the HQ.
Yeah, if you walk out of the steps of the HQ, it's probably about what, maybe 1,000.
And you're right.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're right. And it's just yeah.
Yeah, you can stumble and bumble all the way back and get right there. I mean, that's a great hotel. I know a lot of people don't go there because it's a little more pricey, but if you can get like 2 queens and you split it
and even it's, I know we're still talking cornhole, but even the size of those rooms and just what you get there is, and the service you get from them is second to none.
Listen, I've had some friends that maybe brought 4, 6, 7 people in one of those rooms, just brought some blow up mattresses and other stuff and kind of cut their cost way down. But it's a great hotel right there. And I know that area is blowing up a little bit right now. I know they're building some stuff across the street. So hopefully there'll be some more hotels and other stuff that will be a little, bringing a little more places to stay really close. Cause I know a lot of people are doing like Airbnbs, 10, 20 miles away, 10, 15-minute drive. But listen, we got some big people in there, Doug.
I was unsure, a little unsure at the time. We've been working on this all day.
Listen, Doug,
I was unsure.
It started off a little rocky.
It did. It did. I was not sure which direction we were going to go, but I'm seeing Kim Oakley in the chat. I've seen some pictures of Amanda, like holding like a whole bunch of darts in her hand that she's bringing back to Newfoundland. I know a couple of people were saying, like, "Oh, we're going to get some darts in Newfoundland." Derek's already had them there for a few weeks.
Yes, Derek's had them for a little bit. I know he was texting me for a while, trying to help him out to get him up there. Got him in touch with Candy. Candy took care of him. But honestly, if you need if you are looking for anything, Titan related, and I know, Doug has his own people that do a lot of different things, but I have,
Oh,
Whoa!
another guy that we need to have on a live show is
the man, the myth, the legend.
He's been on a recorded show before. One of the reasons why I was not happy about not going to Rock Hill was because I wanted to see Mr. James Burt Blackwell one more time, because he is. Last time I got to talk to him a bit at HQ, met him up at Small Bar the one night after one of the broadcasts. I went there and got to talk with him there. But he knows a lot. He's been around. I remember back in the day before COVID, any broadcast that you were watching, he was front row.
So James Burt Blackwell is not a friend of mine. He is family. Love that man to death. He is so amazing. Every time I see him, he's got that bright smile on his face. And he's always right there, taking care of everybody around him and, keeps helping to grow the game.
I missed you saying that. And okay, and even in the open doubles, I'm now remembering for Ottawa here, Andrew Spencer and Derek Barrett will be throwing darts in that as well. So they're going to be another team to watch.
And honestly, not just because I'm the assistant to the assistant manager at Titan, but the dart is a great bag because you can get it to cut, you can get it to roll a little bit. You saw that with Trey today. But also, it has a pretty good fast side that you can go through bags, you can move bags out of the way. But the entire Titan lineup is actually, amazing bags that will play for any condition, any player out there. So, they do ship to Canada. You just have to message Candy. Candy is the person that will take care of you and let you know what it will look like. I know there is a little bit of a price difference when going to Canada, but that is because of, I call that the Trudeau tax.
Yeah, well, there's also Cornhole Supplies Canada. I'm not sure if they'll be getting some darts in. I know that they handle the Titan stuff as well.
They do, yes. So but honestly, this has been, Doug, since we started doing this a couple months ago. We've had, it's been growing every day.
So, Bert, you're going to see him. I will be in Ottawa, Ontario for the ACL Canada Nationals. Now, about that, a little bit of announcement to make for that. I know some people may be upset about this. Some people may be I know a couple of people will be very happy about this. I will be having a fill-in for Thursday morning. I believe James Forbes will be doing the women's division. Keaton Carey McLeod will be doing the pro doubles. I'm going to try my hardest to make it there for the team's semifinal Thursday night. That day job gets in the way, and I couldn't get off on the Thursday. I have to work a half a day Thursday morning. They're letting me get off a bit early to be able to make it down for Thursday night, and then I'll be around for everything on the Friday, Saturday, and then our pro qualifier on the Sunday. So I have to still do a pro qualifier, even though it's not the Rock Hill one. But yeah, so I will be down there. All my gear will be going down on the Wednesday, getting set up, and then I'll be swooping in on a Thursday night with some help from friends during the day on the Thursday.
And if you want to come see me, I will be at Spencer's in a week and a half. While you were doing your Canadian Nationals, I'll be down at Spencer's. We will be live feeding on the Titan page all day. I will try to restream it on the voice page so we can do that. But I will be hanging out with Burt Blackwell right there out at Spencer's. We will be streaming all day Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The only time we will not be streaming is when the ACL is doing their ESPN stuff. But if I can sneak backstage, I might try to get you guys a little bit of a live feed. so that we'll get you some.
I'm not sure what our schedule is for the Saturday. I know what really know what the Thursday and the Friday looks like, because that's the one. Because up until yesterday around noon, I wasn't going to be there for Thursday or Friday. Talk to my boss and those saying, hey, let me do it here, and we got that. But Bert, I think we want to try and get you on a live here on a Saturday night. I think that would be another fun one, because that's and he's one of the OGs, and I think we don't hear enough stuff about back in the day. Bert knows about everybody. He's seen everybody come up. Jamie Graham's, Duncan Clemmers. We can talk about anyone with him, and Bert will know them. When I first get into cornhole, I was told that once you become friends with Bert Blackwell, you become friends with everybody, because he knows everybody.
Listen, he knows people you've never even heard of.
No, yeah, exactly, yeah. Because I was saying you start getting like to all the people you may know because they're friends with him, and it's like, oh, okay, you're just friend request, but yeah, it's yeah, Saturday's doubles. I'm not sure how late we're going to go on Saturday night. I can't remember. We are at the EY Center in Ottawa. So I've heard that next year it might be a bit earlier. So maybe Spencer's is a possibility next year. We'll see.
And I know the ACL is really looking at how stuff is scheduled.
Yep.
To try to even it out a bit, because a lot of tournaments like Bag and Bash and some of the other bigger ones around the country have had to kind of fit in on weird weekends, or like I know Bag and Bash the last couple of years was Memorial Day, which down here in the States is kind of big because it's a national holiday.
Yep.
And it kind of cuts into some family time, because especially for me in New England, that's one of the first kind of nice weekends of the year where a lot of families go camping or go on vacation. So I know the ACL is looking to flatten that schedule out a bit to move it around. I love now that they're going to be moving some of the not doing the next week and kind of shortening the tournament a little bit. So, I think there's going to be some big things coming out in this off season, and I call it an off season because it's really less than 4 or 5 weeks before stuff starts to pick back up again, because you look at the season, technically for the pros, the season ends this weekend, but Spencer's is really kind of the pinnacle of the end of the season for all the pros.
And then doesn't the season kind of starts up October 1st again, does it not?
Yeah, but you look,
it's when you can start getting like local and regional and kind of
you look at September, you have some bigger tournaments are starting to throw some big cash in there. You've got
here our pro season will start end of October.
Yeah.
With Calgary being our first.
But you look at it, Colorado Cornhole Connection runs, the Kawasaki Foundation tournament that they run kind of mid-September. 319 runs, the Clash. So there's still some bigger tournaments that happen in September because it's kind of that middle off season. So some of the pros won't stop. And then, they'll switch over to some of the other stuff with, Surf Rodeo and some of the other places out there to really keep their skills going. And then they'll just run some, local blind draw stuff and, try to just keep playing and playing and playing as people contemplate and really start to look at what sponsorships they have for next season to see if they can cover their costs and, try to move forward.
Yep. And now as we're ending the show, I'm trying to think, and one thing I did not say to Brendan, that I finally, after like a year, I finally had a picture taken at Cornhole Thursday night. Second place was up for grabs, and I took it.
You took it.
Couldn't get over the hill.
What
B bracket, second place, throwing Titan Devastators.
What Z bracket? What?
That's a B. It's a B. It's only 2 brackets, A and a B, and I took second in B, but I was still not too bad with them. So it's
Well, listen, if you can control the Devastator, you can pretty much play with almost any bag out there, because I have a hard time with the Devastator because it's it's a fast bag. For me.
There was some 11-foot arcs.
Yes. I have to launch that thing to keep it on the board.
There was some burn marks from the lights. Yep. That wow, had to go high. But but still got I got half my money back. That's all that mattered. And hey, local nights are for the love of the game. I made $5. Well, I lost $5. Could have been 10, lost 5 because I got 5 back.
Here's the thing: if you can play an entire season locally, most leagues are $50 to play down around here, right, for the entire season.
Our league night is $10 a night, unless you're not a Moose Lodge member, then it's 15. But I love the way that Matt does it and the Moose Lodge just kind of got in with it. Is that it's $10 for members, 15 for non-members, but each week a non-member, when you pay your extra $5, you sign a card. There's a deck of 52 cards on the on a board, and you have to find the Joker, right? And then once everyone's been enough people signed all the cards, Matt flips all the cards over. And the one who has the Joker gets a free Moose membership.
Really, that's awesome.
Right, so that extra $5 is going to the Moose. So they're still, so then they're gaining members that way, right? So you can pay your $40 or whatever it is for a year, or just keep doing your $5 a week and possibly winning one.
Well, and I know down here on me, probably the same up there for you, Doug, where a lot of the Moose, elk, and a lot of those kind of fraternities or clubs are losing a lot of members and really hurting for membership. And it's really affecting, what they can give back to the community. Because I know here, it's a lot of VFWs, Moose, Elks that, are really having to look at what are they going to keep doing to move forward. And I think that's a great way to kind of get more members and give back to the people that take care of all you guys that are playing cornhole. Like
I've got to go for a meeting with the Knights of Columbus here. They're wanting to run a league now, and as I kind of said, I believe it was last week I talked about it, that it's going to be a fun league because they've only got 10-foot ceilings. They're not real high, and they just want it to be a fun night out. So it's
Doug, you know what I say? If a Knights of Columbus, a VFW, and Elks, they're giving you a night and not charging you for it, it's always a fun night out. I don't care if you win $10, $50, $100. Like, it's a night to just play cornhole and hang out with some great people.
Well, and this is themselves. This is the Knights themselves that want to run this league.
Yep. So listen, I got into an argument today online with one of the guys locally who went to a charity tournament and looked at people's SPRs. Like the two guys that were playing, they were 75s each, or it was a 145 SPR team that won. Who cares?
It's charity.
But the thing with it is, the only people that care about SPR are the people that play SPR. Listen, I love Scoreholio. They've sponsored me. I love Ben to death, but SPR is not the end all be all. If you put a super team together to win a charity tournament and give all the money back, God bless you.
Yeah.
Like, even if you take a couple bucks to cover your cost, but you're still giving something back, thank you. Like, you're still playing cornhole, you're still having fun. Why people are so worried about? They're usually more butthurt when they lose to somebody like, oh, they shouldn't be here. Like, I go to those things to really play, have fun. Most of the time, I'm spending way more money on raffles than I should be. My wife yells at me. And then, if I win anything, which is rare, but I'm giving it back. I'm donating back to that charity. So, people, don't be a cornhole asshat.
Exactly. Yeah. And then the other thing I kind of wanted to talk about tonight, and we're now, again, this is another night where I've kind of went into tonight thinking that, you know what, I'm kind of tired. Let's just do maybe because it looked like for a while that the Titan crew wasn't going to show up, that they were having some bad connection. They may not have come on. So I was like, okay, you know what? Let's just do a half an hour. I can go to bed early. I got to be up early for work, and we're now already over the hour. So we're still going. But
it was a bad connection and lots of beers.
Yes. the other thing is, I seen a lot of people are upset about Jeremiah Ellis winning Rookie of the Year. I know one guy was just going all off on ATC about how, like 3 days ago, Ryan Trader beat Jeremiah Ellis in a tournament. Like he shouldn't be Rookie of the Year. Well, here's the deal. Yeah, he may have beat him in a tournament champions 3 days ago. The votes had to be in 12 days ago. So anything that happened within 12 days doesn't matter.
Did people vote for that?
For what?
For all those awards?
There was 5.
Well, I guess my my press credentials don't work anymore.
No. We'll try and work on that. Trying to see here how many were.
There was 25 votes, I understand.
There was MVP, Rookie of the Year, Breakout Player, and Comeback Player. I'm not sure. I'm not there. I don't know why. I do like the for anyone who's wondering why Sean Latham brought out the cone. I know I've seen a lot of people were wondering about that. Was that, and I was there for last year, where I guess we should have asked Kat about it. We'll ask her maybe next time we're on, because we were all over at the Cambria last year after the Stevies. And then all of a sudden, like an hour and a half after the Stevies were over, someone realized we didn't shut the live feed off. So for an hour and a half, people watched a cone just in the middle of the floor.
John, they didn't have clapping at the Stevies, but we have it here.
And for the first time, my votes, I was 3 for 4 with who I voted for and people winning.
Here's the thing. Jeremiah Ellis, I don't care what other awards he won. He was Rookie of the Year. Like, I don't care if he played in the other organization for so long. He was Rookie of the Year. And
and people are getting all butthurt about him winning Rookie of the Year and all this stuff. I remember, what was it, 2 years ago? Matt Guy wins Rookie of the Year. And nobody was upset about it.
But the same thing in wrestling. They don't count other organizations' titles.
Okay, well, and now I talked to the brothers about this when I was on their show the other week, and that was, you look at the NHL, right? They now have a rule where you have to be like under a certain age to be Rookie of the Year, because there was a guy came over from Russia who played 20 years of pro in Russia, and at 42 wins Rookie of the Year.
Why not? He's a rookie.
He played 2 years and then retired.
He had bad hips.
If your kid is able to be in the league and be a rookie, you're not a rookie.
Why not? He worked hard in the minor leagues. He made it in.
He never played in the minor leagues. He played in Russia. But yeah, it's and then the other thing is, we were going to talk about then the Titan people come on, just the and I talked about it Wednesday when we did the post show, just the way the chat was going on the ACL side, and I know that John came into the chat after, like, in the post show, and he's one that he's always followed some of the Canadian players and has the respect for the Canadian game, but just the way the chat was going on, like there was some comments about, how many medals has Canada won? Well, cornhole doesn't have medals. Doesn't really matter. Like that, it is what it is, right? But I think the Canadian players, they all, nobody embarrassed themselves. Connor and Paul almost made me look smart, because I said that they were going to be the one win, and they were just so close.
The one thing I can tell you is, you talked about the matchups, and this is nothing against anybody that played in that thing. in that exhibition. The Canadian players played their asses off.
Oh, they did.
When you really look at it, I had, and I'll say it, I love you all, but I had one game where I thought Canada was going to win.
Yep.
And I sent you in that. I sent you in that in our private group chat together. Yep. I said there was only one game that they had a chance at, but I think pretty much almost every game they were in it. Even if the score doesn't say that, they were right there playing, and it was a pretty good. They were pretty good matchups. I liked what happened, and I think coming up in this next season, I think it's only going to be better.
Oh, it is, and looks like we've got two Canadians that have qualified to be pro now. I think they're both probably. I'm not sure if they're both going to take it. I think Lana's going to take it. I'm not sure. I haven't heard anything from Crystal whether she is going to or not, because that's what I said on that other show with the brothers, is that because they asked me, should Canadians take pro spots in the States? Maybe this is a hot take and some people are going to be upset with me or whatever. I really don't care. I have enough haters. Please continue doing it because I love it.
Hate. I'm sorry, I was singing some Taylor Swift for you.
Is that I would say the first couple years of pro, if a Canadian got it, go ahead, take it. Because we had one open in Canada, then we went to 2 opens in Canada. This year we've gone to a pro division in Canada. We had 4 opens, and our travel went a little more, so there was less time for travel in the States. So, and I think even next year there's a possibility of some more opens, more pro events in Canada. I think for now, I think the Canadians should play in the Canadian Pro Division. Kind of, because like I said, there's going to be a lot more travel, right? So I think let's try and smile for me, grow the game in Canada a bit more, right? And I think that's where we need to kind of just bring it all in-house and do it that way.
I'm going to go double edge. So I think it should be 2 different things. I think they should be able to be U.S. pros, but also Canadian pros, right? So I think if they're high enough in the standings because they do U.S. Opens, they still should be able to play into those tournaments, right? But at the same time, I think if we really want to do what we want to do as cornhole and, make it an Olympic sport and really start to drive it forward, we need a little bit of that separation. And I think John's right. Canada, me and you have talked about this ad nauseum, even with John.
Okay, well, yeah, we talked about that. And let's look back at Niagara, right? We got to look back at doubles in Niagara. Quinn Hayward, Andrew Cox, 2 Canadian players from the Peterborough area, take down Jimmy Humans and Brady Foster in doubles.
Yeah, right? Listen, but it's growing up there, and it's really starting to take off. And I think you're going to start to see more and more people kind of coming forward. I think right now we're kind of just at the tip of the iceberg right now in Canada. We really haven't started to see, and I know some people are going to get upset, the best of Canada. We see a lot of shining stars, a lot of people that are elevating their game.
You know what? You look back to, I'm going to say, possibly 2-3 years ago, about 2, that when Trey Ryder on the show here said we probably won't see the best player in Canada for another couple of years, 3 to 4 years. Right, that's still a couple years away, which then takes me into another thing that people were talking about. Well, they were talking about it on the live broadcast today, and I've seen a bunch of talk in ATC is this frickin' GOAT. There's too many.
No, well, here's the thing.
That is thrown around way too much
in every sport. Every sport. Because, like, the biggest debate for the GOAT, right? I'm taking football out of this because Tom Brady is that person. But you look at basketball, there's too many people in the conversation, and everybody's blinded by their era.
Yep.
Right? I hear people not putting like Wilt Chamberlain or Magic Johnson in the conversation. Like, if you know the game, you're going to put a lot of these names in there. Like Jerry West sometimes doesn't even come up, right? He revolutionized the game. He's the stupid logo. That's how good he was. You know, but GOAT gets thrown around way too much. And everybody tries to say, well, if this person played this person in their era, it would work. Listen, the stupid 2K sports thing have broken you all.
Yep.
Like video games broke you all because just because I can put Tom Brady in the 85 Patriots doesn't mean they're going to win and beat the Chicago Bears. It's just not going to happen. I don't care how great he is. The team wasn't that good. It just wasn't that good.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing I heard today, and I know we almost had him on the show and with the whole Titan stuff, but is that if Trey wins tomorrow, he passes Matt Guy for championships.
Tonight tied, I believe.
Tied. So for big tournament championships, not like world championships.
Nope.
So, and for me, Matt Guy is still the GOAT.
Well, that's because he's been doing it longer and better than everybody else.
Yes.
I mean, listen, Trey is going to be, I'm going to put Trey as the, what's his name? Who's that race car driver with the rainbows? What's his name? Jeff Gordon.
Idiot.
Yeah. But I'm going to put him as Jeff Gordon because he's the young kid coming up against some superstars, right? When Jeff Gordon first got in there, he was driving against the best of the best in NASCAR at that time. And
Matty.
He literally had to battle against some of the best racers. He was the best pure racer, but these other guys knew how to make cars do what they had to do, right?
Well, same thing. His first race in Atlanta was Richard Petty's last race.
Yep. And right? Every single one of them was giving him the business the entire race.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But it's the same thing in cornhole. Ric Flair said it the best. You can't be the best until you beat the best. Right? And you got to beat Matt Guy a couple more times to knock him out of that GOAT seat. I'm sorry, because we're only counting numbers for one organization. Right? WWE Hall of Fame sometimes doesn't count WCW and some of those other older ones.
They do now.
They do
now. Now they bought them.
Well, but even sometimes they discount it a bit to make their people better.
Well, yeah.
Right? Yeah. Like Booker T. He barely got to say he was the five-time world champion, right? But it makes it tougher, and we need to get deeper and deeper into this sport another couple of years before people can start claiming who it was. But guess what? In 20 years, do people forget Matt Guy's name, right? Did they forget Damon Dennis's name? I brought up this weekend, Trey was talking about some of the best shots he's ever commentated. You know what I put in the thing? I put in it that
kind of agreeing with John there. It's
scripted, not arguing. Yeah, we don't script anything. But
wrestling, though.
Oh, yeah. But come on. Wrestling's still wrestling. I loved it as a kid. I still love it. But Damon Dennis and One Shot, I think, was one of the best shots ever made. Mm-hmm. He called it. He was the first one to call the shot. Live TV. Just want me to knock that one out the back and put it in? I mean, come on.
Yep. But yeah, there was so much more I had for this that we could have did for this year's show as well. It's all going to come up because it's all.
Listen, we have many shows to come. Oh. This one got derailed because we let
Okay, yeah. That's because you were sitting right, but like 3 feet from him, Bert. We've seen you in the background. He knows. Like that's why I said we got because he knows. He was there. He was.
But
there.
he called it. He literally. I think that's when they were still growing game changers, and Damon Dennis. If you watch him on TV, little known fact, always starts on the side of the bag that he's going to throw.
Yep.
And it has to be an even number of flips. Most of the time, it's 6, sometimes 4, sometimes 8, but it usually lands on 6. You can watch him flip it. Usually lands on 6. Then he takes his throw. But, that to me, all-time greatest shot. That to me is the entrance to the Cornhole Hall of Fame right there.
Well, that's why we have to have Bert on the show because he was there for that shot. He was there for the Brett guy, Matt guy, the big woo shot that they did. Bert was front row for that one as well too. But that's why Bert has to come on the show so we can talk about some of those greatest moments because he's been there for it.
He says in Vegas.
he knows. It's what Bert does. Could he be the cornhole historian?
Ooh, at the Cornhole Hall of Fame,
He will be the caretaker creator. He'd be like
when you go to the Hall of Presidents, it's Abe Lincoln at the front. It's like,
it's gonna be
the Hall of Presidents. It would be Bert Blanco going, I know everything about cornhole. I'm designing it today. Memory's too bad. No, it's not.
Yeah, no, you still know. You know it, Bert. But yeah.
Well, Doug, this has been fun.
It has been. Remember like half an hour ago when I said we were only going to do like the 30 minutes. I wasn't going to do the 30 minutes that had just passed. Well, and then now it's another 30 minutes.
Remember when we talked less than 24 hours ago and we're like, we don't even know what we're going to talk about tomorrow?
Yep.
We'll wait for an off week to bring like the world champion, whoever.
Oh yeah. We were this was planned. That was planned to do next week.
Yes. We had no show for tonight.
It's just
it was nothing.
But that's the thing. That's what I love about doing this is we're winging it.
Winging it. Oh,
Glenn, we're winging it, Glenn.
Glenn, new sponsor. Glenn.
Oh, Bert, it always does, and there's always something. So we're gonna have Bert come on to talk about cornhole stuff. I'm trying to work on a wrestling show.
What happened to the other show? I thought we were supposed to talk to the hockey people.
Yeah, he's too busy. Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, seriously.
Yeah.
I think if Titan opens an indoor facility, we could have more practice.
Yep. See, Kim knows what I'm talking about. Kim knows what I'm talking about. I got to drive like a half an hour away to get to one.
I have to drive like 24 hours.
Yeah, yeah, 24 hours from me.
Oh no! Oh well, I'm thinking I have to go up to Newfoundland. I love messing.
No, you've got like what? Like you've got like an 8-hour drive, then a 16-hour boat ride, then you got a while.
Well, if I want to ride, I mapped it out with the bike, and I'd have to go up and around. It was 23 hours straight.
Or you could go. I've been told there is someone who's going to make the trip to open in St. John's this year in a camper van, driving from California.
From California,
yeah. Talk for another time. We'll talk about that off air.
We'll figure that out because guess what? I'm still thinking I can bring the bike to Toronto.
Yeah, this guy's doing a camper van from California.
Oh,
yeah.
Wait a minute. Yes,
he's got to buy it first.
I talked to that guy. We're looking at some travel on the road concepts.
Oh, Look, they're heading to Ottawa on their motorcycles.
Ooh, I like that. Listen, the Harley's outside. I'm going to ride it all week because it's been raining, and it's not nice rain. It's bad rain.
We haven't got any here.
We've had a couple good storms come through.
Yep. So,
all right, everybody, Dougie.
It's been fun. It's been fun. It's another week. So you guys, you're gonna take a week to come up here. That's good. Kim, if you can you? Because I know you're gonna pass it. If you could bring me some liquor chick, that'd be fine. You really happy with that? It's a chicken place.
I know it is, but every time you say it, it just seems so wrong.
Because she can't bring any of the liquor treat because it's the ice cream store that's right next to it.
It just seems so wrong.
But it's so good. It is. There was actually. Okay, we're gonna keep going because kitty corner to it across the way, KFC was like, "Hey, we can take over this place because it's just a family-owned place. We can take over." KFC lasted 6 months and they shut down because nobody went to it.
All right, Bert, I know the same thing. I had to actually Google it and I was afraid what was going to come up. It is actually a real place.
I have the t-shirt. I have the t-shirt here someplace.
It is a real place.
Yep. Yeah. Well, it's whatever. It's yeah. So yes, everyone have fun. Just be nice to each other, throw bags, and Candy's back. But yeah, be nice to each other. Just throw some bags, have some fun, enjoy the off season for the month and a half that it is for some people, and just
hey, if you didn't qualify, don't worry, we didn't try.
I just talked about it. I watched it.
All right, friends, be safe. Because as always, in podcasting and in cornhole, second place is always up for grabs.
And make sure to like, share, and you just have to click subscribe to the voice, subscribe to the Down and Back, and we're trying to get some stuff. You can get some cheap merchandise coming up here soon, and some other stuff for just a cup of coffee a month.
And stay tuned because we may have some cross merchandising opportunities.
Yes, we're going to try and work on some out there, and maybe I can get a flag like yours to go up behind here at some point.
Oh, that's a sexy flag right there.
We got to talk about that. Yeah.
All right.